All right, and welcome back to another exciting episode of PlanetGenX. Yes, I am your host, Sean, and that's Brian over there. Fuck, I did the wrong point again. And I was
That's
getting
okay,
good.
I raised the wrong hand. I was supposed to do this one.
Oh, yeah? Well, there it is. There's the point. And I was getting good at that too, man. But
I was too, but I flipped it. I flipped, and I think I screwed us both on that.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to cut in real quick. My turn to say it. Please, if you want to help us out, drop us a like, a subscription, throw something in the comments. We appreciate it. We would love to interact with you guys more, and we've got some stuff in the works concerning that, but we'll get back to you on that. In the meantime, what's up?
In the meantime, in the Queen time, today is the day a year ago that the Queen passed away. God save the Queen.
F7 for the Queen.
I wish that she could have lived on for a longer time, because that was one of the last great things that kind of held this world together, and the last
one noble. All the other nobles suck. The rest of that family is shit. But her, she's all right.
She really was a good monarch, and you know, she had her moments where, you know, Anyway, I just wanted to say that she died a year ago. I was surprised at that when I heard that today, that it had already been a year.
I didn't even clock it.
Yeah, crazy. And today is also Star Trek Day. Yeah, so throw up your Vulcan salute and watch some Star Trek today or something. There's some shit on YouTube I saw they put out.
Yeah.
You can watch about that. So go enjoy some Star Trek.
Star Trek Day.
Happy Star Trek Day. Anyway, so you doing all right?
Well, I mean, you can already tell we did the Ahsoka reaction already. Which,
yeah.
You want to drop a link on the video?
Yeah, I can put it somewhere.
issuing a challenge.
Actually, it'd probably go over, like, right.
So right there, right where he's pointing, you'll see a link to our reaction video we just did. And I've been having a blast this week. Really enjoyed the episode. Looked like you did too. Yeah, watch your corners, man.
There's nothing funny about that bone, man. That shit hurts. Ugh. Yeah, so it will not go over where I just put it. It'll go over in Brian's corner, but that's all right. He was pointing, yeah, right over there somewhere. Assuming I remember. I have been good about getting them lately, but
I know it's within your wheelhouse, and it's something nice you can do.
It is, yeah.
I can do it.
It's something I can handle. Yeah, it's something I can handle. I've done it before, and it is not. It's just a matter of memory. Shitty memory is all it is.
And getting it in the right spot.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So, man, the big thing in the news, the big release of Starfield was Tuesday, the 5th, at 7 o'clock
Been talking about it for weeks before.
Yeah,
and still going to talk about it for a while.
Yeah, and years before that. And, man, let me just kick off right off the bat and say, damn it all, it's bullshit that you make me pre-install these motherfucking games only to have me come and do an update, right? I don't mind the updates, right? When you tell me it's like, if you tell me it's a 15, 20 gig update, yes, that's a lot, but it ain't that bad for a 140 gig download of a game. So no big worries there. It re-downloaded the whole damn game again.
Damn,
what was the point of the freaking preload? So what ended up happening, exactly what would happen. That's the reason they do the preloads. So what ended up happening, so I was able to download it first to get the update at pretty fast speed, because I was right on that at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it did not work, dude. My computer, dude, I swear to God, at that exact same time, either it acted like a virus. No, I don't know. I had a virus on the computers, no doubt about that. I don't know if it took that moment to start fucking with my system or what, but Starfield wouldn't load, so I went and looked some stuff up for the error I was getting, and it said, do this thing in like .NET. Here's the area. So I went and checked these two fucking things, dude, and I don't know if it had anything to do with anything, but luckily it had spun off a restore point. Thank goodness. We'll get back to that later. But so I reboot the computer. I'm trying to get Starfield corrected. By now, to download it, it's crawling. I'm getting like, at best, 10 megabit would have been great if I was getting that constantly. That's how far. It went from like 250 megabit download previously within 10 minutes to a 10 megabit download. It was bullshit, dude.
One of the precursors to I get back to that. What were you saying?
Well, so luckily I have an Xbox Series X, and before 7 o'clock came, I said, you know what? I know what kind of bullshit will go down. I know what can happen. I ain't taking no chances, so I had it ready to go on the Xbox. However, because I had something just gave me those squirrelies. I was like, what's going on here? And I went and looked at my virus scan, and it's not resident. I'm like, whoa, red flag. Where the fuck is the virus scan at? And dude, from there on, it was from that point on till 1 o'clock in the morning. I did play the game because I was waiting on some stuff to scan and shit like that. So I played the game while I was waiting on that stuff. I might have got an hour in that day, which is bullshit. I wanted to spend like at least a good 4 hours in it from the get-go, and did not get to do it. I ended up 1 in the morning. I woke up the next morning, yada yada yada. I found that restore point from where thing had done its thing, and thank Christ for that thing. It got me close enough to where I needed to be, that everything was put right. I got rid of the viruses on the system. I ended up using like 5 different programs to get rid of everything. Damn. Which is where people always fuck up, dude. They think, oh, I've got virus.
I got the system on there. It's good. I got MSSE, right?
I'm good. I'm good, man.
All I need. Shit. I'm going to hit all the torrents in the world with Microsoft protecting me.
I live dangerously, man. You already know that.
Same. I'm the same.
I
think we all do. Everybody who's yo-ho, I know.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I have all kinds of stuff I know on the system just laying dormant. Yeah, most of it's innocuous, but you don't know, right? There's
I keep my shit in quarantine, but I just keep it there to know, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, you don't know which is like. So if you're obviously like we're talking about a software crack, like a game or something like that, or not even a game, like say an app for real. You don't know
TV show, movie, whatever
is either has legitimate just crack data in it, or if it's got extra stuff in it.
It's been added to. Yeah, I know.
And that's the life we live.
It's reputation on who uncracked it, right?
Exactly.
Like, there's a few names you can look for and be like, yeah, that's probably okay.
It's probably okay, no doubt. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff where you're just
going to run a virus
scan, and it's the only one out there. But... yeah. So sometimes you just got to get what you get. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, it was. I was mad about it, and I was just like cursing the whole fucking pre-install deal. I'm like, what?
Sorry for it, man. Dude? Sorry for you, man. But you got the game. You gonna play it tonight?
I'll play it later tonight for sure. Yeah, I haven't got a chance to play it today. Today's one of those busy days, but I've been playing it. I've been playing it since Wednesday, pretty much. Well, Tuesday night, but really more Wednesday and everything. And of course, we've said this before in earlier podcasts. I don't game hard out, balls out, 12 hours at a time and shit like that. Yeah,
not like Jay.
Nah, Jay has probably done this game already once at least.
No, I guarantee he's still putting hours in.
Is he? Okay, good.
Well, it's a big, expansive game. There's a lot to do.
It is. I mean, like I heard there was 1,000 different planets that you can go to, and that's a lot of planets to go to.
Now he's probably a lot further than anybody has a right to be that did not get some kind of early access.
Oh,
but
sure, yeah.
It's
yeah. He does crazy hours when he games.
He goes ham.
Yeah.
On that stuff, man. I want to get him on the podcast. We talked about that.
Well, I was gonna try and get him on today, man. But
I tried to too. That's why I called him.
It just didn't. The planets didn't align. He really will be a special guest if he makes it on here because
one day. One day.
It's like moving mountains.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like it. I like the game a lot, man. I'm not disappointed with anything. I've looked through mods to see what mods are out there. Mods were out there very early.
You going on Nexus?
Yeah, I went on Nexus mod, but I also realized I know nothing because all of a sudden they're talking about this Vortex shit, and I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Well, Vortex is the inheritor of like the cursed stuff, right?
I have no idea because I don't do mods.
Yeah,
I haven't done any mods since back in the day, and the whole scene is different now. And
I agree. I do Nexus on occasion. I've modded like Morrowind and a couple of other games that I have, so I'm somewhat familiar with it. I mean, you know how to do it. You're not going to encounter anything you don't know how to do by grabbing a mod and running it, right?
What I don't understand is the Vortex something I'm supposed to be using to mod it?
Nope.
Okay. So it's just put in whatever mod. I was just going to do this lookup table mod, maybe.
So on Nexus, a little quick 1-minute tutorial for everybody here on Nexus mods. So you go in, you create an account, you do a search for whatever you're looking to mod, and it'll bring up a page of all the results that match that. When you go to the page of the mod that you want to install, it will have a box available if your JavaScript is enabled to show what requirements, if it has other mods that need to work, like Cyberpunk was one. I had a whole like daisy chain that I had to do for like some mods.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you just download it, run it. It's just like installing any kind of plugin, dude.
All right, on. Okay.
It's easy.
Yeah, it usually is fairly easy, but I don't even know, like, nothing really bothers me. A lot of guys are pissed off at the map, the terrain map.
I've heard people bitching about nothing the whole time, man.
Yeah, so there's like a
somebody
point
bitched
cloud
about
change.
fast travel the other day.
Oh, really?
It was too fast. They wanted to experience the space between the places you're going.
Well,
right?
Whatever, dude.
Like, fuck you want to sit there for a light year while you tried to get to another planet? Really?
Yeah, because in the other gripe is I've heard people say, like, certain animations, it takes too long to, like, grab something. Like, you do this and it's like a pre-done animation, so it takes a minute to do all this. Whatever, dude. I sat through some and I thought, really? If that's what they're talking about, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I agree.
And then, like, the point cloud for that map, there's the mod out for it that makes it a lot more points on it and tighter and better looking. I was on the map and I'm like, you know what? It really isn't that big a deal. And they're just like, it was LTT I saw that were really kind of bashing it actually on their WAN show. For all the different, like the star map looks really great, but this map looks really shitty. And I'm like, whatever. I don't even think the map, I had that map particularly, I don't even use. I haven't seen the need for it yet. So maybe it comes in later that I'll have a need for it. But
did anything you play scratch your pilot itch at all?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Like Space Combat's all right. I'd get my ass handed to me this one. I must have restarted like 20 times before I finally got the upper hand on these motherfuckers. I thought I almost shut it off. I was like, I ain't never going to get past this fucking part because there were 3 ships to me, and I was severely underpowered. I'm very newbie ship. So, in fact, I just made my first upgrade to the ship last night.
Congrats.
I'm only like level 6, dude, and I'm very low level.
What'd you upgrade on your ship?
I got some. Let's see. It enabled me to put an extra tick on the shields. So like I have 3 ticks for shields right now, so I got a 4th one, so I could it was after that fight. I was like, I have to get something to help me. So I found out I had 1 skill point available. I'm like, okay, it's going towards the ship. Something. It's either going towards weapons or it's going towards shields. And
let me ask you this: are you getting classic Bethesda game vibes?
Well, see, I'm not. I don't know anything from Bethesda, honestly, except the bullshit they put out.
Fallout, right?
The stupid Star Trek crap they've had.
Fallout and Star Trek.
Yeah, but I haven't even played Fallout. I've got them.
I know you don't want to. You're not in. You don't like it.
I just don't know. I don't know what to expect from them, so I don't know. I'll say this. I originally was all about this game, and then I saw a trailer one time, and I said, no, okay, I don't think that's my speed. And then I saw something else. I said, okay, now it sounds like it is what I thought it was more. Because at first, when I was turned off was when I thought it was more like Halo.
Yeah.
And this could be my ignorance. Is there some multiplayer aspect to the game? Is there going to be? I don't know, because one thing I don't like is that I can't interact with nobody. Maybe I can. I just don't know.
I imagine there has to be. I just don't know if it's gated, if they haven't developed it yet, or just something they lost sight on.
I think it's missing trick, and maybe it's trying to let people do the full game before they let each other kill each other.
Right.
So I guess on one hand, I like the fact that I can do my shit and not have to worry about somebody destroying me and taking all my stuff. But on the other hand, I do miss like being with my guys in Flight Simulator. I do miss that camaraderie of having, if I want to have my friends on, like Jay, I can go in
get a fire team going.
Yeah, I heard something about like you can get people maybe to build things or something, and I thought that would have had to have had a multiplayer aspect to it, but I don't.
Yeah.
That's where I say I'm ignorant. I don't know.
You got a week to figure it out, man.
Yeah, I guess so. And of course, if we had Jay on here, he'd be able to tell me, "Oh yeah, this is this and that," and we'd get a 30-minute dissertation.
I'm gonna.
We need to know.
Try and talk to him tonight and poke at him for answers on stuff.
Yeah, we'd be eating into his game time, so I don't know.
Well, I'm going to try to get him right before he goes to bed.
There you go. Yeah.
We ready? Is that all for Starfield at the moment?
For Starfield, I guess. Well, I just want to talk about a couple things. Like, so my PC is not like the super best gaming PC. I got a 3060, and a 12th gen Intel, low end Intel, 6-core.
Better than mine, and mine does fine on the lot.
It seems I haven't even checked what FPS it is, but game playability, it's fine. Yeah. The only thing I went in there and messed with, I think I kicked up the way they do their scaling and stuff. It's very strange. So I kicked up the scaling to I think actually get true 1080, and that may not make any sense, but if you watch some of the videos I watched, you would you get it. But like, and there's this film grain thing on there too that I was like,
occlusion.
Yeah, no, it's just a film grain slider. Oh. You can give some film grain to it.
Man, I hate that.
I saw that on the Xbox.
You should just do ocular occlusion, in my opinion. Or aberrant. You shouldn't bother with a film grain on any game, in my opinion, as an option.
I don't know what the deal was there, because I had played the Xbox first, and I didn't remember that at all. And I didn't go in to look at any settings, because when I'm on the Xbox, I really don't mess with shit like that, because I just assume it's baked in already.
Yeah.
So if it's on the Xbox version, I don't know, but I pretty much turned it off, I think, completely. And I don't know if it saves me, gives me any performance benefits by turning that off.
But you don't see an improvement with it on, right?
Yeah, I don't know. But I just thought, I was like, I can do without that, man. Because a lot of the people say, it's kind of a dull looking game. I think it's fine. I think that's kind of part of the atmosphere. It's going to be different on different planets, but I don't know. Everybody's
been on a lot of planets with no atmo, and it's kind of barren.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are just taking all the shaders out that they put in, and it's just boom, a pretty game that's got sunshine on it all the time or something. I don't know. That to me ain't very realistic.
Yeah,
not at all. But anyway,
what about Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk, man. So they finally put out kind of for everybody like what the differences are going to be between the upgrade and the
on Forbes, it looks like.
Yeah, Phantom Liberty.
Yep.
The
new expansion.
The new expansion, yeah. So free updates for the base game plus Phantom Liberty. So this will be in both. So if you just have the game and you just do the free update, you'll get this stuff. And of course, the people that do Phantom Liberty will have this stuff as well. So you get redesigned skill tree and perks.
Ooh. That's going to knock out a couple of mods for people.
Yeah. So it said we've seen abilities like being able to throw people at other people.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And I'd like to see the physics on that and see how that goes. Revamped cyberware and new capacity system. This is what this is one of the things I was talking about. How I said they were going to redo everything.
Yeah.
And that's why I had just kind of stopped playing it, because I thought, well, I'll just go back and start over. Vehicle combat and car chases. The cars get weapons now.
I always hated that very first car chase that you do in the game.
I can't. Oh yeah, I remember that.
I die at least once every time on every playthrough.
Yeah. Cars with weapons is cool, man. Gives you kind of a Death Race 2000 feel to it.
If it's more like the one with Claire as opposed to the one with Jackie, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm down for that.
Combat AI improvement, so that's always a plus.
Cool.
I wish to hell, I know you've seen that, the AI that they were doing the test with, where people could go and actually talk to the AI, and they were telling them that, hey, you're in a simulation. I mean, they're actually having conversations with it and stuff. And he goes, oh, really? And like crazy shit. But like they haven't put it in any games yet. But I would love to see that in this, especially.
Do you want to see Chat GPT in a game?
I mean, that's basically what this was.
Okay.
Yeah, why not, man?
They had Chat GPT and Bard talk to each other for like an hour, and they were feeding each other misinformation the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but in just the context of a game, it just gives life to your NPCs. I think that's great.
I'm down with that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a proper place for it.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And then, well, that's all we've been using AI for, mostly for the longest time.
Yeah.
A new police system. This will be interesting because now the police will chase you and set up barricades and send Max Tech after you.
Ooh, Max Tech, huh?
Yeah, Max Tech. Sorry, I said Tech.
Yeah, Tech.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know.
That could be hardcore, man. Yeah, because they come down with a hammer.
Sure. I don't know if I can get a build that really works again. I did some streaming of Cyberpunk when it was still early access.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of nights where I was on point. I was in areas like at or above my level. I had music blaring in my headset, and just like blasted through fools.
Mowing them down, huh?
Yeah. Hilarious.
I hate when I get to an area where they just kick my ass. It makes me so mad.
Same. Yeah.
So there's
but when the shoe's on the other foot, it's awesome.
Oh yeah, well hell yeah, dude. Anything I do is awesome. Shit.
Yeah.
There's UI improvements and UX improvements, which is great.
Nice.
Loot items and crafting changes, so a whole little change up on that. I mean, dude, it's amazing what they're doing to this, because this I think it's 1.8 update now. Originally it was 1.7, I believe. I think it's going to be 1.8. I could be wrong.
Okay.
It's like getting 2.0.
Right. It sounds like it.
I don't know that anybody has put this much revision effort into a game, and I'm so happy to see this trend. I would like to see more studios do it this way. Take a game like this that has potential. Now, they started with a rough start, right?
Yeah,
but they have more than made up for it.
That was a rough year for everybody.
Yeah, but they really have made up for it, man.
Yeah, I agree, and all the fans will agree on that. I think everybody that played it.
Yeah, just hang in there with them, man, because it's going, and it just keeps getting better and better. There's also, lastly, on just the free stuff, new radio stations, and including one made up entirely of community submissions. So on that one station, it'll be all people, with their own stuff. So that'd be pretty cool. Can you imagine, man, getting your stuff out there? What if it's the first place that people hear enough of you, and that's where you break it big, man? Could you imagine?
That would go viral in Cyberpunk. That would be fucking awesome.
That would be pretty cool, man. I'd have to say, as a musician, I'll
freaking sweet.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, dude.
Right.
So the next list of stuff is just Phantom Liberty only. So Dogtown, which is a new district, obviously. So it's all off limits to you if you don't purchase. You probably can see it somehow, and you just can't get the fuck in there.
Wait. Before we go any further, how much is Phantom Liberty?
That's a good question. I think it's like $30, isn't it?
Really? I thought it was cheaper. 30s.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know.
I wanted to say it was less, but we'll find out, and we'll get that.
It might be
before
20.
Before we end this discussion.
Yeah, see if you can look it up while I'm going over some of this. Very new storyline, obviously, and characters, including Idris Elba, which, is a big fan favorite.
Big fan of him.
Yeah, a lot of people like Idris for a number of reasons. New quests, gigs, boss fights, and more.
It is $30 for the expansion, which is a lot in my opinion.
Really? You think that's a lot? That's not
for an expansion.
Well, I mean, it's like a half a game to me, and games are like $70. So
I know. I was gonna say it's like half the price of a game. How many hours more of enjoyment are you going to get out of it? I don't know.
I mean, I think in this day and age, it's fair, dude. We're in the days of where $20 bill is like $1.
Yeah, I do want to say before we go any further, I say that a lot. On the stuff that they did that's for everybody, the big push.
Yeah. Pretty nice.
It sounds like they listen to the community a lot.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that's a lot of free shit to just give away, what they did.
Yeah.
And then, they say, hey, we got this extra shit. If you want to pay for it, come on.
$30.
And a lot of people will, dude. There's nothing wrong with that.
I might eventually. Like, once it goes on sale, I'll get that shit.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. So I said more boss fights and more. Mr. Hands has been seen assigning new gigs. So that's a good one. Vehicle missions and airdrops, endless dynamic events. Now they're saying this is maybe GTA Online style. Do we know? We don't know. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All new relic skill tree and abilities. We've seen some skills like warping to enemies with mantis blades.
Ooh, nice.
Like Wolverine style.
Can we get some Johnny Mnemonic shit going on with the mono wire?
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
I agree.
Yeah. 100+ new items. That's a lot. Weapons, cyberware, cars, and fashion. Some of these have been shown in trailers. Vehicle missile launchers. Nice. It says in parentheses, interesting, you only get these with the expansion when car combat has been introduced across the whole game. And I agree with that. Like, that is going to kind of stymie.
So
but also it's kind of a little bit of tickle your ass with a feather.
Yeah. So you'll encounter mobs that can use that on you when you don't have access to it, you think?
It's a good question. Good question.
I have to find that out.
I'd have to say probably not, but I don't know. I mean...
Well, they said across the world, right? So it makes sense that these events will also happen in the other boroughs besides the new one.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. We'll check that out and maybe get back to it on the next episode, huh?
Right. We'll do it. Level cap increased to 60, and they don't know whether this is across the board or not. We don't know if that's the free version as well. So
yeah,
you might get a cap increase in the free one. We don't know.
That's kind of shitty 50? If they don't do it for everybody, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. What is the cap now?
I really can't recall because I have a modded game.
Ooh, cheater! No.
Yep. No, I totally cheated. And I'm ready to uninstall everything and start fresh with Phantom Liberty.
Yeah.
Well, not with the expansion, but not the paid stuff.
Well, I had to install it just to make room for Starfield, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I have Flight Simulator and Starfield on my computer. Flight Simulator alone is
every 2 seconds.
Flight Simulator alone with its mods and everything are taking 550 gigs up by itself. Starfield's taking up another 140 something.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and I have various apps that I just cannot do without taking up the rest. Crazy, man. But thank God the SSD prices have come down because I got to get on another one. Gots to get me one.
Heard that.
But anyway, so that's pretty much what's going on with the Cyberpunk world, and that is going to be out before we know it. So my attentions are going to be heavily divided. We're going to find out who I like more, Cyberpunk or Starfield, for sure, because I don't know that I'll do both. It's a possibility, but between Flight Sim and Starfield, no, I can tell you right now I'm not going to do both because I ain't got time with it. I'm already getting mad because this is stupid. I get mad at myself because I have to fly because I want to fly, but it's eating into my Starfield time. I know.
No, I get it. Not enough time for all the games.
No, it really isn't. Not enough time for all the
It's a tale as old as time for us all ADHD folks.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Anywho, man, you brought some shit news to me last night with this this one you added to the list. So why don't you go ahead and kick it off?
A couple.
Yeah, Which one? I'm sorry, the Google Chrome one.
Yeah, that was put my dick in the dirt, but it's Google. It's no surprise to me.
I gotta say before you tell us about this real quick, man, this is just adding to a trend that. I used to love Google, man. I used to be so pro Google when they first came out. And in the last, 10 years, but really the last 5 years especially, it's just gone downhill, man. I tell you when that movie, The Intern, came out, where they were kind of when they were at Google, that's when Google started to change at that exact moment.
You mean The Internship?
Yeah, The Internship. I don't know what I said.
Two different movies. There was an intern. There was the internship. You're talking about the one with Vince Vaughn.
So it's the funny one.
Yeah.
With the two funny guys we love to see together. You guys need to make another movie, by the way.
Agreed. Anything with Vince Vaughn again. He's overdue.
Vince Vaughn, for sure. But them two together, man, they're comedy gold.
I agree.
I just love them.
That was some good shit.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about this bullshit from Google, this latest bullshit.
Well, I mean, it's fucking Chrome, man. Chrome has always been a security nightmare in the first place, right?
That was open source from the start, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I have made it my life's mission to only use Chrome if I have absolutely no other option for something that I must get access to. That is the only reason I ever use Chrome. Yeah. And this is just another nail in that coffin for me. That's all I really have to say about it. Fuck Google. Fuck Chrome. I'm going to go with DuckDuckGo, and I'm going to keep using Mozilla.
Well, I'll tell you, I guarantee you Firefox's numbers are about to go up for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I actually use Opera a lot.
Yeah, same. I use it some.
They've added a lot of nice stuff in there, and yeah, I actually use the new Edge a lot too, just for different things. But I don't care for this, man. I mean, like having to add stuff baked into your browser is just not cool. And they're saying like, oh well, we want to see a day when we're going to turn off these third-party cookies, which is supposedly next year.
Right. Yeah, I believe it.
But
you got Google's got property you want to sell me,
right? Well, they got to make sure they're going to get their money first before they do that. If this thing can make them the money or more, then they're gonna happily turn it off.
Yeah. And
to make a lot of people happy, or they claim people are bitching about it, and Microsoft's turned it off a long time ago, and Mozilla turned it off a long time ago. So
there's no place for it. We need to be done. We need to get rid of that. We need to get rid of Face ID tracking shit that's being done on a widespread scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to get security handled, in my opinion, on all platforms, all shit.
Yeah, man, especially if they expect us to do any kind of financial dealings, which we already do. But I'm talking about if we're talking about getting rid of physical money, then we got to lock shit down. And
if everything goes to blockchain, that shit has got to.
And that's the only way we can do it, folks, is blockchain or some variation thereof that stands away from a central bank digital currency. Please,
not Bitcoin, but something based off the same architecture.
Yeah, but as long as it's not a government issued coin, you don't want some.
I don't know. You think it'll be Dogecoin? You think Musk will rule it?
I don't know. I mean, he doesn't rule Doge, man. He's just.
I know he just loves to throw them up every now and again.
So he throws him a bone. That's basically all there is to it.
I'm poking fun. I got no problem with Doge or Elon on that front.
Yeah. I don't know. It could be anything. I just know that in the future, whenever it comes up, everybody needs to absolutely resist and revolt against the CBDC. It will be like China off up in here, for real. It's a bad thing. So that's the point of Bitcoin, to decentralize that kind of thing. And hey, listen, if those CBDCs do arrive, a gray market will open up overnight. It will happen overnight, and we'll just all use that instead. And all be illegal, and we'll all, have to have.
We'll just do that.
Hyper security with encryption and shit. And
we'll go sneaker net if we got to, right?
We'll all be like net runners and shit.
Yeah, literal net runners.
Yeah,
literal file to you.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see that news story recently about carrier pigeons?
No. Sure.
A carrier pigeon can now transfer your flash drive full of data faster than it would take to go through fiber optic.
No way. Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Because it's about data density in the drive.
Yeah.
Somebody did that, and I was like, wow.
That's an interesting experiment. You wonder how people can come up with stuff like that, man.
Well, I mean, birds aren't real, so whatever.
Yeah. I tell you what, man. The people that think that kid isn't kidding, it kills me.
I know.
So, yeah, and you posted a little thing about David Tennant. We're going to be graced with him as the 14th Doctor.
Possibly my favorite Doctor. I still haven't decided firmly on that, but he's top two.
Yeah, of the modern, the new Who, as they call it.
Yeah.
He's definitely my favorite. There's no doubt about it. As far as of the all time, no, he comes very close.
Yeah.
I love him. I like him a lot. But I would
Yeah,
say,
I know you love him, and I love him. You do have a minor criticism about his Doctor portrayal specifically, right?
Do I?
About how he doesn't mute his Scottish accent enough.
Oh no, he's fine. I was talking about
I
that was Peter Capaldi. Peter Capaldi cannot do.
I'm crossing wires again.
He cannot do a straight up British accent apparently. So they just said, "Well, fuck it, we'll let you do." And that's when it all broke down. From that point on, because what's her name? The chick, she gets to do her Yorkshire accent.
Yeah,
Jodie. She gets to do her Yorkshire accent, and I'm calling bullshit on it, man. And it's just one of those things.
What's wrong with a Cockney doctor?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, at least he got to do it, at least in one episode, so that was good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just think, dude, you're an actor. You can't, like, try. Just try, dude. And I guess maybe it was just so bad, they just said, no, we can't.
To be fair, he has put in work overall. Just the hours that man has put in since he's become the Doctor. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. But anyway, so he was, it was just a little article you posted about how chuffed he was that he got asked back. He's one of the only ones, obviously we've had doctors come back in like 3 doctors and then the 5 doctors and then the 2 doctors. Yeah. And then in some of the new Who, we've had it with the 50th anniversary, A Day of Doctor, where he made a return.
John Hurt.
Yeah, right? And we had John Hurt be the War Doctor, which was a nice little addition to the Doctor.
I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed that arc a lot, personally.
Yeah, I did too. So yeah, it was cool to have him back. So he's one of the few, though, that's actually reprising the role. Not a few, he's the only that's going to reprise the role as a different incarnation, not even just him coming back as himself.
Well, he's still going to be the Doctor, but it's not going to be his character. So, have they discussed have they released the details of it?
Well, I mean, like, we know the 3 episode names, like they had 3 little trailers for each episode, and I was posting those, and then I missed the 3rd one.
Oh.
I could go find it.
So, obviously, this is going to be the Doctor that went with Rose, right?
Well, no, this is 14. This is, like, they're all the same person, but, like, this is a new incarnation. So technically he might not even, and I hope, let me put it this way, and it may turn a lot of people off. I hope he doesn't act like anything like David Tennant did the first time. Because
I don't know, man.
I think different regeneration. All the regenerations are different. And just because he's wearing the same outfit, same body, same
Well,
face.
I mean, the whole short was like, what the F? Hey, Donna, there's so much there that they can't be a tie, in my opinion, to that Doctor specifically, even though I understand it's still the same, different person, same body, basically.
Yeah,
but different body as well.
I think the fact that Donna's back with it, too, he'll probably be like himself. But
yeah, that's
it
what
would
I'm
just
saying.
thrill me to no end if they did say, because I would say, yeah, that makes sense. He's a different regeneration. He's not necessarily going to be the same. He may look the same, but he doesn't necessarily have the same mannerisms, the same. He might be crotchetier or something.
Well, that's what I was getting at. That's what you get from the Doctor that he sent to be with Rose, right?
Yeah, the half
because it's an offshoot of him before he's developed. It's right after regen, right?
Yeah, and he was like a half human thing too,
right?
Something like that. Yeah, it was a weird hodgepodge. But yeah, I'm looking very forward to that in the Christmas time area. We're not sure exactly when it comes out, but
can't wait.
Yeah, I'm looking very forward to it. So 3 episodes, 3 weeks, I guess. I don't know if it's 3 days. Probably not. It's probably 3 weeks, I would think.
Well, you never know. The formatting between over there and over here, they still do it different for the Doctor Who special specifically, right?
Yeah, they may. So we'll be getting it over here on Disney, which is weird. But yeah, and
maybe unless Spectrum goes whole hog like whatever, and it's
And
like,
cleans
no
them out.
Disney.
Yeah, they're already hurting for money, so
Burn
I
the
guess
building
that's
down.
why.
Inmates running the asylum.
I see you have on here about Tesla's charging stations. Looks like they got a big
I
deal.
would like to talk about that.
All right.
If we got time.
Sure, we got time.
So apparently, deal with Tesla and Hilton. They're going to be installing. Was it 5,000? I didn't send you a link. I'm sorry, dude.
Oh no, you sure didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, I read this online. Basically, they're in a deal with Hilton to provide the. Is it supercharger? Is that what they call the charger?
Yeah, that's the one that they can give out.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
So they're going to install them at Hilton's in an effort to kind of connect the West and East Coast. It's very hard to travel the expanse of the United States in an electric vehicle like that at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they are on like the full drive-through, but the plan is to basically offer access throughout. At the same time, I'm just going to go ahead and dovetail this in. Honda, Ford, and GM have all adopted that for their future EV tech. So they will all be refillable at those charging stations.
Smart move, man.
All things being equal, supposing nothing changes, right?
Well, listen, they're no idiots. They see the writing on the wall. Tesla's got the best network of anyone for charging stations. So you want to, even though they don't really give a fuck, it's best to have a standard.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
If they can make money and do it that way, and then let there be a standard too, and it's a win-win for the customer, then they're happy as long as they're making money.
Agreed.
But otherwise, they wouldn't have given a shit, and they would all.
If everybody's happy, everybody's happy, right?
Yeah, damn right, man. So it's a good move, man. Really good move, and you got to applaud Tesla, man, because you're fighting that uphill battle of trying to get electric cars in the hands of the people, and then worry about how they're going to charge them. Yeah. How they're going to get them there. So, yeah, you got to have a way for people to go from point A to point B. And like you say, across the United States, it's going to be stupid without, a place in the middle.
We're getting there, though.
Yeah. No, it won't take long.
Give it another couple of years.
If they had adopted nuclear, man, we'd be so much better off. And then we could we'd be so much closer to these numbers they're talking about. 2030 is unrealistic, but
anything like that, we should just do hydrogen. Let nuclear be whatever. There's no need to miniaturize that process into a vehicle, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, we don't need nuclear vehicles. I'm just saying nuclear power to charge.
Well, I just mean even like a cell, like for it, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it could happen. Like in they had something like that, and it was like capacitance gel. I think they called it in Destruction Man. Demolition Man. Destruction Man! Yeah, in Demolition Man.
Another meme I saw this weekend. Did you see that? The 3 C cells?
Oh, I saw something recently. Somebody used the 3 C shells.
Yeah, somebody put that in their work bathroom, and somebody posted that, and it went viral.
Yeah, I think I did see that about a week ago or something.
Pretty funny.
It is funny. It's hilarious, man. You don't know how to use the 3 C shells? I don't know how to use.
I don't give a flying fuck you, candy ass mother.
See you in 15
That was a
minutes.
great scene, dude.
I am the law.
Right.
Oh man.
Some of his best work in that movie, I think.
Those 2 years, man. Those 2 years were great because he did Judge Dredd and he did that movie the next year right after it.
And they were both awesome.
Bam, bam, yeah. You had just a double dose, and in each one he brought in that dude.
Oh yeah. Schneider.
Yeah, Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider
Who is I don't know
Rob.
if you've seen him as of recent.
It's like all skinny and
he
shit.
gave a vocal performance at some kind of function, I want to say at the end of last year. And of course, he's all old and gray like all the rest of them now, like Letterman and whatnot.
All getting crusty.
Motherfucker's got a voice of an angel.
Really?
I could not stop. I'm like, how is it's like if the other Howard brother like started singing Ava Maria like
Yeah.
perfectly.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's good for him for sure.
Yeah.
But I just do not care for that dude very much, man.
I'm not. I don't. I'm not usually down with his comedy. Now, I did
it's
like
just
him in 50 First Dates,
Yeah.
but that's also one that they kind of kept him to a minimum as a side character. So,
it's just fun. I mean, he's just always kind of got the same character in Sandler's movies. You can do it, that guy or something, you know.
some
But
kind of weird accent variation on the same
right,
theme, right?
yeah, and it's just like, okay, man, I don't know. I just never got him. I really didn't. And he always had these shows. He's had 100 shows, and they all fail. And even
Yeah.
so, like South Park makes fun of him, right? Rob Snyder is Rob, and then he
Coming
comes out
this
with
summer
he actually
to a
steals
theater
the
near
idea,
you.
right? He actually
Yeah.
steals the idea and has a show called Rob. So
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, it's funny, but yeah, not my cup of tea for sure.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Nope.
I want
Anywho,
to say it was something for Fred Armisen that I was talking about. But anyway,
I saw a good
that's
thing
all
about
I
him
got.
when he did like a drum comedy thing. I think he did a guitar one that I haven't seen as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very good.
Uh,
You got anything else?
that's it, man. I am all shot. I'm going to hit this thing in about an hour or two, try to catch a nap before I get up and start installing shit.
Right on, man. Well, good deal,
I'm
man.
going to hit up Diablo, or not Diablo. Fuck Diablo. I'm not hitting up Diablo. Diablo is dead. You heard it here.
Diablo is dead.
I'm
too.
going to hit up the other game,
Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah.
Yes.
Right on, right on. Well, did we mention to everybody to subscribe?
We did that at the top, man. Where were you?
I was there. I was just higher at that point.
Okay.
All
I
right.
was too.
So go ahead and do it anyway. Subscribe and like, and we're all good. And as always, be excellent to each other, because we're going to see you on the flip side, I guarantee. Peace.